Okay, I'm just going to go through this highlights of Abu Dhabi post and just make a few corrections and show you those corrections so you can avoid making those mistakes in future posts. Um, all in all, this first page is looking really good and everything seems correct there. So let's go on to the next page. So you've done all this right. There's a few little mistakes on this one. So can you see here where this image is a little bit too low? And I'll show you what's happened there. We've also got some slight problems with the address information there, and I'll show you how to correct that. But let's just do this image first. Just save that image. Okay, so first page is fine, no problems. There is one slight problem with this one. So if I go back, I'll show you what that is. See, there's a link on that. So we just need to make sure the links aren't in the images that you insert into posts. So if I edit this image, in fact I'll show you, you can see the link anyway there, so I would take that out, but I'm going to show you how to add an image. In fact, with this one I'll just edit this. So just make sure there's never a link in the link URL when you add an image, and also with the titles, don't forget to try to describe the image with an accurate title. So let's just have Abu Dhabi. How do you spell Abu Dhabi then? Let's just copy that. And you could just copy as well if you want. There's another way of doing that. So I'll just copy and paste that. And I'm just going to put beautiful golf course in Abu Dhabi. Don't forget, this is really important, this alternate text, so please do put that in and just try to describe the image accurately. And then I'll update that. And that's that fixed. Okay, so on the next one, the problem we've got on this image is actually that if you look here, you can see first sentence highlighted. That style has actually gone onto the image. So what I'll do, I could just take that off quite easily just by doing that, and that would fix that. But what I'll do is I'll show you the best way to add the image without that happening. So we've got the space there, and let's say that space isn't there already. And you've got your first sentence highlighted. Best way to do it is just to actually not add this style until you've added the image. So don't add any of these styles to the text, don't format any of the text until you've added the image. So just hit return, and then you know that this space here is free of any styles. So now I can insert that image. In fact, I think it was this one. I'm not quite sure what that thing is, so it's a good idea to actually look at the text. Ferrari World, wow, that's looks amazing. Ferrari World from above. I've spelt that wrong, pretty sure. And then just remember, can you see there again where the image, the link's gone in? Just put none. And full size, that's about right. You're not far off with that. That's fine. And right, and then just insert that into the post. And then after I've added the image, so only after I've added the image, I'll select this first sentence highlighted. And now if I update that, Go back to the post and refresh. Wait for that to load. It's just loading that menu. Slow. And now you can see the images right at the top there. It's all nicely lined up. Okay, so let's just have a look at this contact details now. I can tell you what's gone wrong here. What's happened here is you haven't done a full return after each line. So I'm just going to unformat all of that. The problem is if you don't do full returns after each line, the problem you get is all of these styles get selected on the whole lot instead of getting selected on each individual item. So this is really important when you do this contact details. Make sure full return. It'll be a bit further away from the line before. You see, a shift return would go straight underneath like that. You don't want to do that. You need to do a full return, and then they're all in their own paragraph. So you can see there it's got its own path, same paragraph, and now I can select the whole lot after I've added all those spaces in, and I can put contact details. I can select the name, and I can select full name. I can select the email address, and select email, web address, URL, and now I can update that. So it's just a matter of hitting return after each line to make sure they're in each part of the contact details is in its own line, it's in its own paragraph. And now you can see they're all got separate paragraphs, and that's correct. Okay, I think that's right. Let's have a look at the next page. Okay, so again the same things happen there. So I'll let you fix that one and see if you can get that correct. And again the same things happen there, and I'll tell you what the problem is. If you don't add those returns after each line, is what happens is the whole thing goes into one paragraph tag. This is a paragraph tag P, and the whole thing gets called first full name and tel, and we only want the full name to be on the name and the telephone to be on the telephone, etc. So that's why it's important to add those returns afterwards. Okay, and I think that's it for those corrections.